Yam Brahma Varunendaradramurta Stunnandi Divestave Vedeshangavadakrimopanishade Ayandiyam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yoginaha Yashyantam Avidussurasuraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Verse number 18 onwards, please. Urdhvam gachanti sattvastaha madhye tishtanti rajasaha jaganya gunavruttastha adho gachanti tamasaha Nanyam gunebhya kartaram yada drashtanupashyati gunebhyascha param vetti madbhavam sodhigacchati Nanyam gunebhya kartaram yada drashtanupashyati gunebhyascha param vetti madbhavam sodhigacchati. So, while seeing elaborately about Kshetra and Kshetrajna, Purusha, Prakriti, Para Prakriti, Apara Prakriti, all understand these synonyms. Very clearly one appreciates the difference between the absolute and the relative. The whole understanding is to see everything as it is. Bondage is what we call moha, delusion, ignorance, where I take myself to be other than who I am. Body by itself has no sense of bondage. I, the absolute, bodiless awareness by itself again has no sense of bondage or freedom. But the moment you bring in that idea, I am the body, then the limitations of the body is dragged onto you and the limitlessness of the self is forgotten. Very helpless state in ignorance. Understand that. By itself, nothing in this universe has any sense of bondage or liberation. Think. The whole creation, almost like a continuous celebration. You don't see any sense of limitation anywhere. The mountains, the stars, the galaxies, the deserts, the rivers, the trees, the animals, nothing has a sense of limitation. Human being alone, because human beings are not only conscious but also self-conscious. Self-conscious means taking yourself to be that I am this body, I am this mind. However powerful the animal may be, he is not aware of his own capacity. If the animal is aware of its own capacity, you cannot touch it. No human being can ever control an elephant if the elephant is aware of his power. Human beings are conscious as well as self-conscious. Self-conscious say like that, I am this body, I am this thought. So because of that, two things happen. The limitation of the body is imposed upon you, and the limitlessness of the self is forgotten. In deep sleep state, there is no problem because the limitlessness is forgotten, but the limitation of the body is not dragged. Therefore, it's a pure ignorant state, total bliss. In the state of wisdom, where you are totally aware of yourself as to who you are, you have the limitation of the body, you know the understand, you very clearly understand the limitation of the body, you are also aware of the limitlessness of the self. So the knowledge, that awareness, that wisdom about awareness of the self which is limitless, for such a person, the limitation of the body becomes a glory and not a curse. You are playing with the limitation, just like the actor playing with a role. Thus, to appreciate everything as it is, what is kshetra, what is kshetrajna, what is the field and who is the knower of the field. What is Purusha, what is Prakriti? Purusha, Purnatvat, Purusha, Chaitanya, consciousness, and Prakriti, the rest of it from ignorance until the gross perceived universe is Prakriti. Para Prakriti, Apara Prakriti, Bhinna Prakriti, Rashtada, 5 elements, Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, the mind, intellect and the I thought, Bhinna Prakriti, Rashtada. This is the Apara Prakriti, the limitation, the relative ones. Itastvanyam, other than the 5 elements, Mano, Buddhi, Ahankar, whatever is left out, call it Para Prakriti. Jiva Bhutam Mahavao, Yaidam Dharite Jagat. That is indeed all beings, that indeed is in all the beings, by which the whole universe is sustained. So from various standpoints, Bhagavan revealed it, and now he did it from the standpoint of the gunas. So call it Apara Prakriti, call it Prakriti, call it Kshetra, call it Guna. All are one and the same. From different standpoints it talked about for the easy comprehension of the individual. So here are the 3 gunas, Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, Tamo Guna. We saw it elaborately. Whenever you are in a mood where Prakasamcha, Pravrittimcha, where you are very bright, very clear, there is no confusion of any kind, total enthusiasm, Sattva Pradhana. That time you are, Sattva has taken over, that mood is dominated by Sattva. Certain other time when there is a Rajas. Rajas, when shall I know? That is the where you come across the gunas Lobha, Pravritti, Arambha, Karmanam, Asama, Spruha, greed, desires, restlessness, everything to be begin, something should be doing, always you cannot keep quiet. Please understand, it's very, it's very clearly to be understood, because sometimes the person he thinks he is very active, consciously active. The taste of it is, please understand, the taste of it is, do not do anything and see whether you are restless or restful. You should be as restful doing nothing, that restful doing everything. That is the taste. As restful when you are doing nothing. No sense of grief, no sense of repentance, no sense of feeling bad that I am not doing anything. No. Happy, contented with yourself. that restful while doing something. Whatever you are doing, whatever actions you are taking, whatever undertaking, whatever responsibilities you are fulfilling, tremendous responsibility. You are assuming a huge responsibility, yet unaffected by it. Then you are with yourself. So, this is when there is a restlessness, greed, at that time we call it as the rajoguna. Aprakasa, apravrittisya, you don't see anything. Your body is paralyzed, your mind is paralyzed, you cannot do anything except to sleep. Moha, nidra, alasya, laziness, deep sleep. You love to sleep because the body is down and out. That is why if you eat too much, that is the time this tamas comes in. The body cannot move. That is why animals have got only two things. All animals are ghor tamas, always sleeping. Rajas, activity is only for food and procreation. Rest of the time the animal will be sleeping. Eats like anything, then lies down. You observe the tigers, lions, every animal for that matter. There are two pleasures, food and procreation. That is why we saw Tiriyak, horizontal. Horizontal because food and the sex organ are the same level. Either he eats or he procreates. There is no other activity. The person goes to sleep. Human being, vertical. You must think clearly first. So, when you see this, tamo guna means if you overeat, that is when you overeat, your body becomes disabled and you go to sleep. Or moha, listen carefully. If the food overeating disables your body, obsession disables your mind. If the eating food, overeating disables your body, paralyzes. Obsession, I want this, a particular something which is going on, repetitively going on in your head. I want this, I want this, I want this. That completely disables your mind. You cannot engage yourself in any other activity. That is tamo vritti. This happens. So if you see these clearly, these activities, now he says, remember now the solution. This is how the three gunas. The last one I say, Nanya gune nanyam gunebhe kartaram yada drashta anupasyati gunebhyascha param vetti madbhavam sodhigacchati. Hey Arjuna, yada drashta anupasyati. When the seer sees, who is the seer now? Listen carefully. Who is the seer? Kshetrajna. Kshetram janati, one who sees the whole field of experience. The creation is perceived, drishyam. Body is drashta. The creation is seen, body is seer. Body is seen, your eyes are the seer. You are also capable of seeing the conditions of the eyes. Now it is dull, now it is bright, now it is blind. So the eyes are seen, your mind is the seer, the thoughts are comprehending it. Your thoughts are seen, I thought is the seer. Even the I thought is seen, you are conscious of. Then who is seer? Don't say, who sees the I thought? Don't say I. Are you getting that? Who sees the I thought? Don't say I. That is where you get into trouble in meditation. Who sees the, witness of the witness of the witness? observe your thought, witness your thought. Who sees the I thought? Understand? Can't say anything. When you say that, that's okay, that's okay. See this sun. Take that idea. The sun is illumining, listen carefully. You must catch this idea. The sun is illumining, lighting it up, or sun is illumination, the light itself. It's not the job of the sun to light up. Sun is light. If something is lit up, it's not sun's mistake or glory. The sun is illumination itself. If something is illumined, it is not the job of the sun to illumine. If you say sun is illuminator, suppose there is nothing to illumine, what will happen to sun? The sun is light. Sun doesn't light up. Consciousness doesn't light up anything. It is light itself, consciousness itself. The seer. There nothing needs to be seen. So everything is perceived. That is the drashta. Na anupasyati gunebhya anyakartaram na anupasyati. When thus you be the drashta, the seer, the kshetragya, the consciousness, that is yourself, and gunebhya anyakartaram na pasyati, and you see everything is done because of the guna and not because of the self. All activities begin because of the guna. Gunebhyascha param vetti. So if there is sattva guna, rajo guna, tamo guna, this prakasa, sometimes it is brightness, sometimes activity, sometimes dullness, all these are activities are taking place because of the guna. Just like seasonal activity in the womb of the space. The space does not belong to any season. The space is always there. But when the rain comes, activity of the rain, cloud, thunder, all that. The summer comes, that summer activity, the scorching rays and all that. When it comes to winter season, the snowfall, ice and all these things happens. But the space remains unaffected. Exactly like that, Chetana, consciousness, that is myself, always remain the same, and nothing, what all happens depends upon the three gunas, sattva guna, rajo guna, as well as the tamo guna. Because the sattva, certain moods of brightness, with the rajas, there are certain moods of restlessness, activity, the tamas, deep sleep, sleep, laziness, non-comprehension, these things happen. So now, when you see these things very clearly, gunebhyascha param vetti. So gunebhyascha param vetti. Hey Arjuna, such a person knows the drashta, the seer, as a gunebhyascha param, beyond the three gunas. So please see the beauty here. The gunas are not dismissed, but you know yourself as somebody who is other than the three gunas. That is your redemption. It's like sun is not, the summer is not negated, the rain is not negated, the winter is not negated, but the recognition takes place, the space which is beyond the summer, rain and winter. You don't dismiss any of the gunas. So what happens, people usually will tell is, if you are ghor, this is a sadhana. What is sadhana? Tamasic, if you are a tamasic person, must increase, must change that tamas to rajas, then from rajas to sattva, then from sattva you must be yourself. As though tamas is not needed, rajas is not needed. Are you getting that? So this is where you try the impossible and you are finished. Are you getting that? That you should, to be yourself, so you are, and of course self-condemnation is very easy, condemning others also easy, self-condemnation comes easily. That I am stupid, I am a tamasic person, everybody is tamasic, so the person who is speaking only is a sattvic, a waste of time. So what happens is, what you say, the person is tamasic, so the tamasic fellow must be rajasic, from tamas you must go to rajas, from rajas you must sattva, from sattva you must go to Brahman. So you mean to say that Brahman is very conditional, by chance is not sattva, the Brahman disappears? How can the space disappear just because it is raining or cloud or the the winter? Mind can be, please understand, these three gunas, when you say that, different types of moods shall be there. It is part of your life. If you are pure sattva, you cannot function. Pure rajas, you cannot function. Pure tamas, you cannot function. You need all the three, no choices. That is why when guna vibhaga takes place, sometimes you are a brahmana, sometimes you are a vaishya, sometimes you are a kshatriya, sometimes you are a Sudra. But in reality, na Brahmana, na Vaishya, na Kshatriya, na Sujati, Niti, Kula, Gotra, Duragam, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Dosa, Varjitam, Desha, Kala, Vishaya, Ativartiyat, Brahma, Tattvamasi, Bhavayatmani. Know yourself to the Brahman, the Absolute, which is free from all caste, creed, sex, race, consideration. So guna shall always be there. But then you are now catching it. Suppose you are in a very mood, so, oh, this tamas has come up. But that doesn't prevent you from any other activity. One side of you may be like that. There is a little restlessness, but that doesn't prevent you from activity. What happens is, please understand, when you get paralyzed by these gunas, then only it becomes a curse. One side of you is dull. But you are always bright with yourself. Maybe little restlessness, but you are not losing sight of yourself. Very bright, you are not losing sight of yourself. Because unconsciously you can lose yourself not only in the dullness and laziness, but also you can lose yourself in brightness. Sukha sangena badnati, I am happy, I am very bright. That can be as much a sense of bondage as even I am lazy, I am useless. Both ways you can suffer. Are you getting that point, please? I am rich is as much a bondage, I am poor also that much a bondage. I am the body is as much a bondage, I am not the body also is as much a bondage. Because I is there, no? Because I am not the body. And say, I am the body, I am not the body. What is this? There is no question of both, none of these thoughts are governing your life anymore. So, gunevyascha param vetti, gunevyascha param, knows the self, the seer, which is other than the three. What happens to him? Underline that. Madbhavam sodhigacchati. Hey Arjuna, he becomes one with me, the Ishvara. When you come to know about yourself, other than the three gunas, you become one with the God, the Brahman, all-pervasive reality. That is the beauty. Gunevhyascha param vetti matsanstham madbhavam adhigacchati. Hey Arjuna, he becomes one with me, gunatita Ishvara, nirguna parabrahma. It's like when you go beyond the apara prakriti, 5 elements, mano, buddhi, ahankar, the gross universe, the mind, intellect, ahankar, then para prakriti, jiva bhutam mahavaho, yeidam dharite jagat, that indeed is I am in all the beings. Kshatragyam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetresu bharasa. Know me as the knower of field in all the beings. So the moment you are appreciating that which is beyond the three gunas, you are at once with the God in and through everything in this universe. Call it God, call it Brahman, call it Paramatma. That is why so flexible these words are. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti sabdyate. In Upanishad, in Bhagavad Gita, in Srimad Bhagavatam it comes. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti sabdyate. Some people call it Brahman, some people call it Paramatma, some people call it Bhagavan. You take anything you like. That is yourself. And nobody stands apart from that. So when you recognize that which is beyond three gunas, you are one with yourself and you clearly appreciate all the different types of moods and activities are governed by these three gunas. Okay? Gunebhyasya na anyam gunebhya kartaram gunebhya anya kartaram na pashyati. You don't see anybody else responsible for any mood or activity other than the three gunas. So don't say, that man made me like that, this woman talks to me like that, that thing. No, no, reactions comes from you. Are you getting that? How subjective it becomes. How beautiful it becomes. You cannot pass on the buck to anybody. You take the full responsibility of your life. That is the biggest, the best thing ever you can do in life. As long as you are passing on the buck, that man told me, this man told me, he only did that, that one. No, 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 no. You take the responsibility. You don't say other people are creating problem for you. Your moods are creating problem for you. Can you accept it? Remember the simple statement I have given you. Whenever there is anger in you, hatred in you, jealousy in you, because of somebody telling you something, ask yourself the question, why that person is talking? Should you question, why that person is talking like that? Or should you question, why am I reacting like this? Your reaction brings your suffering, not the other person's speaking. The food stuff, if you can digest, doesn't cause a stomach upset. The food is food. If you cannot digest it, food will create a problem. Like that, you say the same English word, very ornamental English, huh? They say that, the way he talked to me, I cannot digest it. Say that. The same language you use, I cannot digest it. He tells me I'm a rascal. He says I'm a rogue. He offended me. I cannot digest it. What does it mean? He's all looking at you. He says the food is looking at you as it is in your stomach. So when somebody gives you a statement like that, you cannot take it. So, what is the problem? Not what the other person says, the mood that it creates in your head. So your mood governs you. Your moods bind you. Now you know these moods belong to the gunas. Aham nirguna paramatma madhvavam sodhigacchati. What happens? Read. So with this, then Bhagavan concludes now. Next verse. Gunanetanatit Dehi deha samudbhavan Janma mrityu jara dukkhaihi Vimukto mrutamasnute Gunanetanatit Dehi deha samudbhavan Janma mrityu jara dukkhaihi Vimukto mrutamasnute. So katham so madbhavam adhigacchati. Hey Arjuna, how does such a person becomes one with me? This is how. Gunanetat atitya Dehi deha samudbhavan trin gunan atitya. Dehi, the one who is the indweller of this body. Dehi means deho yasya asti. He who has the body, not he who is the body. One who is the body tied down by the gunas. One who has the body free from the gunas. One who has the guna free. One who is the guna bound. Simple equation. You take for yourself. Do you have or you are? Do you have the riches or you are rich? Do you have the body or you are the body? If you are the body, every limitation in the body you will drag onto yourself. You have a body, use it. Do you have the knowledge? You are not proud. Why? Everybody has, I also have. I am the engineer. Oh boy. You understand? Same way, do you have the gunas or you are the gunas? That is why, do I have the experience of meditation or I am the meditation? That is why when you say you have some exotic experiences in meditation, you are condemned, you are finished. Because what you have to hold on to it. Now it is there, tomorrow it may go away. That is why people are getting that. When you have a particular experience, you shall try to repeat it. If meditation is an experience you have, a light you saw, a color you saw, a sensation you felt, you have an experience, then listen carefully, if you have an experience, then in the absence of that experience, the you will be missing it. Will you look for the experience? Because you have, now that is gone, I don't know what to do. Empty. You have a friend, listen carefully. You have a friend, you have little happiness. The friend is gone, your happiness is gone. Suppose I am the happiness. What is the question of you going away? I am the meditation. What is the question of his going away? So it's very subtle, very simple, very subtle. Very simple, very subtle. So, trin gunan, deha samudbhavan. These gunas, which are three gunas, all the three gunas, the sattva, rajas, tamas, dehi gunanatitya, please see, he transcends the guna. Meaning transcending the guna means you see yourself as something other than the three. You don't dismiss the three. Because average person's attempt is always, you must remove these things. How can you remove? When you want to control the car, do you remove the car or know how to control the car? Who is an ace driver? Who has sold his car? You sold your Ferrari. What type of driver you are? If you are a top driver, you keep your Ferrari, you know how to move on. You keep your car, you know how to move on. Who is the master? I never get into water. That is not mastery. A swimmer. I am in water, I never drown. I am with the body, never drown. With the organs, never drown. With the same thoughts, never drown. Then you are master. That is what is a gunan etan atitya. So etan gunan atitya. So gunas are not touched. All the gunas must be kept. Why? Without sattva, rajas, tamo guna, our living will be impossible. We need to be bright. Now suppose you are in class now. Think, you are now in class. What should be your mood? Sattva. Spoken, understood. Communication, complete. Night after 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, the whole day you are tired, you must sleep. Suppose you are bright, you will be counting the beams. That time you must sleep. The tamas must come over. You think the nature is so stupid? The tamas must come in. If the tamas doesn't come in, how are you going to sleep? But do not extend that tamas of the bedroom to the classroom. Nor take the brightness of the classroom to the bedroom. It doesn't work. When you need to be bright, you bright. So you are driving a car, don't sleep. While driving a car, if you sleep, what will happen? You will be dead. Very bright. Understand? And certain times you need to be restless also. Apparently restless. Suppose there is a flood is coming. Can you say, I am very cool? You can be cool inside. But you should be restless about taking steps, how quickly you can fix up everything. Rajas needed. Without the activity, without the restlessness, without the push from inside, you cannot function in life. Balancing the life out. Sattva, whenever sattva needed, rajas, when the rajas is needed, when the tamas is needed. You have all the wealth at your disposal. Which one to use? Choice is yours. In your house, everything is there. Whichever you want, you pick it up. You don't throw or dismiss anything. This is the beautiful attitude in these studies. Nothing is dismissed, nothing is thrown out. So when you say these three things means what? Therefore, even lobha, moha, nidra, alasya, everything is kept. Greed, all emotions must be kept inside you. Or else how can you function? Because when you know how to use the emotion, even anger is a beautiful emotion, hatred is a beautiful emotion, jealousy is a beautiful emotion. How can you say jealousy is a beautiful emotion? You want to show to the other person that how much you care. You want to give him a sense of superiority, you can tell him, I'm really jealous of your success. The other person feels elevated. With love and affection, don't you say that? I'm really jealous of your power. You are so much you can work, I cannot work. You are jealous. But that gives the other person a boost, a recognition. And it doesn't make you feel any bad either. So beautiful. Any language, choice is yours. You know exactly how to use it. So all the three gunan, aditya trin, deha samudbhavan, trin gunan atitya, dehi, this dehi, one who has the body, truth himself, the awareness, janma mrityu jara dukkaihi vimukta amrutamasnute. Hey Arjuna, he gains the immortality. Amrutamasnute gains the immortality. Being one with himself, he gains the immortality. How? Janma mrityu jara dukkhi vimukta. Free from janma, birth, mrityu, death, jara, old age, dukkha, pains of every kind, miseries of every kind, is free while living here. How does he go beyond birth, death, old age and pain? Because he no more identifies himself with something which suffers this limitation of birth, death, old age and pain. The physical body, jayate, vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinashyati, born, growing, aging, dying. If you identify the body, you shall be born, aging, growing, dying. The thoughts are born, aging, growing, dying, forgotten. If you identify the thought, same thing. That is why certain times when, suppose it's a very fresh incident in your life, fresh, your divorce is fresh, your fight with a man or woman is fresh, your misunderstanding with your friend is fresh. Abba, it is killer. Janma. It has just been born, the misunderstanding has just started and it is growing. How do you feel? Very happy, no? You feel suffocated. That time you want to commit suicide. Then what everybody advises you? Time is a great healer. Wait. Allow the time to heal you. Why? Because you can't heal yourself. But if a person knows how to heal himself, be with the timeless, you can consciously go through the whole suffering also. That is the ultimate solution. Because if you forget it, suppose time takes care, it is like there is two ways. You have got stomach upset. Fast it out, leave it out, suffer it out, cure it. Those days they were doing it. Now you take one medicine and cure it. Instantaneous. Which one you like? Time curing, sometimes time can cure you also, cannot kill you. You may be dead. Because you may not survive that pain. That's why consciously you must cure yourself out. So janma mrityu jara vyadi dukkhai vimukta, meaning there shall be birth, there shall be death, there shall be old age, there shall be pain, there shall be limitation of every kind. But vimukta, you are free from it because you don't identify with it. It's just like the roll has all its limitation, but you are no more involved with it. So gunas also, your body, your sense organs, your thoughts, every kind, also the three different moods, sattva, rajas, tamas, with all the moods inside, but you are not affected. See how beautiful it is. Suppose you have to negate all your thoughts, negate all your emotions, then only you will be free. You know what a thing it will be? That is why when people get into the trip of vasana tyaga, that you must renounce your vasanas, you must give up your impressions, then only you shall be free. You shall never ever be free. Why? You cannot succeed in giving up everything. You cannot. It's like telling, you want to live with the body? You want to be the master of your body? Yes, then negate it. You want to be the top driver? Yes, then sell your car. What type of logic is that? To be the master of your body, you must be. The body is there, but you are unaffected by it. Okay. When the janma jittumara dukhi vimuktaha amrutamasnude, he enjoys immortality, living here and now. Okay, so such a person is gunatita. Now Arjuna asks a question. So jivaneva, while living itself the fellow is liberated. Jivaneva gunanatitya amrutamasnude, while living itself he becomes immortal, goes beyond the three gunas. We see people living with the gunas. If the fellow goes beyond three gunas, how does he live in this world? Because he is like people asking the question, with the ahankara I am alive. So ahankara is gone, how does the person live? This is the question of the ordinary people. That your I thought must have given up. Are you getting that? Then somebody says, but I need my I thought. If the I thought goes away, how the other person live the life? How a person knows the life if the gunas are gone? If he goes beyond three gunas, goes beyond three bodies, how does he live this life? That question he comes. Because going beyond means the person takes it literally. That now you are somewhere where bodies are no consequence to you, or three gunas are no consequence to you, or the thoughts are of no consequence to you. No, they are all there, but you know how to use them and not plunge into them. No more identification. So Arjuna asked the question, read it. Arjuna uvache kailingai strin gunanetan atito bhavati prabho kimachara katham chaitan trin gunanati vartate. Shri Bhagavan uvache prakasham cha pravrittim cha mohameva cha pandava nadveshti sampravruttani nanivruttani kankshati. Arjuna uvache kailingai strin gunanetan atito bhavati prabho kimachara katham chaitan trin gunanati vartate. Shri Bhagavan uvache prakasham cha pravrittim cha mohameva cha pandava nadveshti sampravruttani nanivruttani kankshati. So Arjuna asks a question, O Lord, kailingai strin gunanetan atito bhavati prabho. Prabho, O Lord, how do I know when a person becomes gunatita? Gunan etan atito bhavati kairlinge. How do I know who has gone beyond these three gunas? In other words, how do I know when I have gone beyond the three gunas? How will I know? Kairlinge. What are the lingas? What are the symptoms? What are the signs? Just like he had asked Sthita prajnasya ka bhasa. How does I know that I am well established in myself? How does a person know he is well established in himself? What is a description? Kima sita prajeta kim? Does he sit down? If he sit down, how does he sit down? Does he move? If he moves, how does he move? Or bhakta. Jnani, we had sthita prajna or bhakta. Who is a bhakta? Not dveshti. That a person who doesn't like, dislike. What is yadruchala vasantushta yandati ito vimaschara? The person who is happy with everything, whatever comes in life. So different things are told. Now he has put a new word, gunatita. All are one and the same. Whether it is a sthita prajna, a gunatita, a bhakta, all the words are... You understand the beauty of this wisdom. There is no such thing fixed on one particular word or one particular thought. Anything. Gunan etan atitya bhavati. One who goes beyond these three gunas, abides in himself. Arjuna says, oh Lord, what are the symptoms? How do I know I have gone beyond three gunas? Kim achara. What is his behavior? How does he act in life? Achara kim. Because everybody thinks once you are enlightened means there must be something special. If we are eating rice, he must be eating grass. If you are drinking water, if you are drinking coffee and tea, he must drink only fruit juice. If we are going through the main door, he must go through the wall. This is the type of ideas people have. Spirituality means nutcase for most of the time. Spirituality means total nutcase insanity. That is why people put on fancy dresses, fancy language, and the way, the whole lingo, that language completely changes. Expectations also, lifestyles also. They think they associate wisdom with a lifestyle. That is why, suppose you, simple, you don't have to ask somebody. You ask yourself. You ask the children, ask anybody. Ask, please paint, draw the picture of an executive. Top executive. What shall they paint? Three-piece suit, shoes, everything. Will they put a Kopina with a Citibank managing director? Right? With a Kopina, with a loincloth, he is going to the office. Is it so? No. Paint a dancer, he will put like that. Musician, like that. Okay? Put a meditator, paint a meditator. What do? Skeletal, beard reaching the ground, or nothing. Eyes half closed, all over the body thing. You understand what you are doing? The very act, the very concept differentiates meditator from every other thing. Understand, inside that three-piece suit, there has to be a meditator. Inside that dancer, painter, musician, artist, father, mother, and everything there is a meditator. Meditator is not a painting. Are you getting that? It's not a special painting. Meditation is the inherent part of every painting. Like space becomes an inescapable part of every landscape. The moment you create the frame to paint whatever you want to paint, the space goes into it. Like that, who you are automatically goes into it before you paint yourself as a director, managing director, ordinary person, executive, father, mother, husband. But the basic, you always go into the painting. Are you getting that? But then, unfortunately, spirituality, religion has made it a special category of people. So, the life is divided between meditation and activities. So, as a meditator, I am supposed to close my eyes. So, when I am working, I am not meditating. When I am interacting with people, I am not meditating. So, by chance somebody says that, hey, but you are a brahmachari, how can you act like that? Leave the class alone. When I am in class, it is different. When I am in the office, it is different. Oh, I see. That is not. There shall be no difference, no distance between who you are at any time. Your roles will be played, but you are the foundation, basis. But because of these wrong notions, so people have got specialized ideas about the wise people. A wise man is never seen in three-piece suit. A wise person is never seen as a king or something like that. Always wise person means something must be funny. Jata, the matted hair, the skeletal body. Crazier you are, better it is. Suppose you start throwing stones at everybody, everybody will say Siddha Purusha. There is one madman in the upstairs in this heaven, in this mountain. If you ever go to the top of towards the top of the mountain, you shall encounter this mad fellow. Sitting down there, getting angry with anybody, using the dirtiest language, but everybody goes there. Not that. You know why? Because they all think he's a Siddha Purusha. What to do? Just think of it. All this because people don't go to the source. Study is not there. Listen, Vedas, Upanishads, Gita, all these great scriptures, books, call it whatever you like, they have provided everything. In time, the ideas are floating, but the source is lost. When the ideas are floating, then people pick up, they go on adding to the ideas also. Suppose it is told about the wise man, how does he sit down? He sits down, he is very happy, contented with himself. He doesn't do anything. Sarva aramba parityagino aramba. There is nothing, he doesn't begin anything whatsoever. Then what happens? That sarva aramba parityagi continues. That he does not begin anything continues. That he does not begin anything because he is happy with himself, forgotten. Are you getting it? The lifestyle is imitated. The wisdom is forgotten. A person who is in meditation always sits down quietly in meditation. So sitting down quietly continues, but the wisdom is forgotten. The person who is aware of himself doesn't harm anybody. It's a generalized statement. So the person becomes a vegetarian, but wisdom disappears. He doesn't harm anybody, doesn't harm the fish or the chicken, but he harms everybody around. This is how it is, because the source is forgotten. Understand? So, Kailinga Istrin Gunanetan Atita Bhavati Prabhu, O Lord. How do I know the person has gone? Kathakim Achara. What is his behavior? Etan strin katham etan trin gunan ativartat, and how does he go beyond the three gunas? Now when he say that, Bhagavan again, just like the Sthita Prajna style, he never say, Arjuna asked, how does he move? How does he sit down? How does he talk? He never answers that question. How does he talk? Slowly. Then everybody start talking slowly. How does he move? Running fast. Everybody run fast. Physical behavior is not talked about. He gives you the mental disposition. That same thing also says. He doesn't say, how does he move what is his behavior? He doesn't talk about it. What disposition he enjoys. Who is an engineer? Is there any physical behavior of engineer? Same thing, knowledge about yourself, Then it will affect you be wise, then live your lifestyle, understand. Your lifestyle doesn't make you wise. Be wise and choose your lifestyle. Like that celebrated sloka, I don't know, I have quoted for you. Sukha tyagi, Krishna bhogi, nrupau janaka raghavau, vasishtha karmakarta cha yete jnanina smruta. All these 5 people are wise. Sukha, he was a tyagi, renunciate. As a baby, youngster, 7-8-year-old, walked naked into the forest. Tyagi, total renunciate. Krishna bhogi, Krishna, all indulgence, fully involved with life. Nrupau Janaka Raghava, Janaka and Raghava were great kings shouldering the responsibility of the kingdoms. Vasishtha Karmakarta, Vasishtha was a ritualist, but all the 5 were wise people. A particular lifestyle doesn't make him wise. Be wise and choose your lifestyle. So if Arjuna asks, Kim Achara, how does he move, how does he live? If Bhagavan says, the wise person always goes on chanting, then there will be chanting machines all the time. Chanting says that you are wise. A wise man may chant. Chanting, you don't become wise. A wise man may sit down quiet. Sitting down quiet, you don't become wise. A wise man may think a thought. By thinking a thought, you don't become wise. A wise man may eat something, live in a particular way. But eating that something, living that particular way, you don't become wise. Are you getting that point, please? That is why imitating wise man's action, you don't become wise. You be yourself. Like Gandhi. Gandhi was Gandhi, put on a khadad. But putting on khadad, today every fellow is a crook politician. Everybody's put the khadad, but the fellow is a crook. So putting on imitation must be, you must see for yourself where, that is, what type of behavior the person has. He doesn't say any physical behavior, it is the disposition. And what he says, Bhagavan says, Srunu, listen. Prakasam cha, who is this Gunatita? Prakasam cha, pravrittim cha, mohameva cha pandava, nadveshti samprabruttani, na nivruttani kankshati. Who is the one who has gone beyond 3 gunas? Please see the most beautiful verse here. Who was the one who has gone beyond 3 gunas? One who doesn't get affected by prakasam cha, pravrittim cha, mohameva cha pandava. We saw these 3 gunas. Sattva, what is the expression? Prakasha, brightness, brilliance, clarity. Pravritti, rajoguna. Karmanam asamaspruha, lobha, pravritti, arambha, karmanam asamaspruha. So the rajas activity is pravritti, restlessness, involvement, engagement, all that type of thing. Mohameva cha pandava, and moha, the delusion, wrong conclusion, paralyzed mind, he Pandava. These 3 things, samprabruttani na dveshti. When these 3 things together, alternatively, one after another, appear for him, na dveshti, he does not resist their presence. Nivruttani na kankshati. In case one after another they disappear, alternatively they disappear, or completely disappear, na kankshati. He does not look for them, neither craves for them. Are you getting that point, please? This is perfect meditation. When you see for yourself, listen carefully, what climate do you enjoy within? Are you the pure space of consciousness, or there is the climate of the sattva, where there is prakasa, brilliance, pravritti, thought activity, moha, delusion. Previously you are identifying the one or the other. Now he says, when either of the 3, all the 3, alternatively one after another is there, na dveshti. No more you are intolerant of any one of these things. Let it be there. But you get yourself engaged in every activity. Please understand, previously, not knowing about the gunas and yourself, whenever a particular mood was reigning, it was paralyzing you and you could not function. Now, that mood is reigning, but in spite of that mood, you are continuing. It's like, please understand, at this moment, you may be sleepy inside. Just take an example. At this moment, you must be sleepy inside. At this moment, you may be worried about something. But sitting down in the class, I am here, so these two things may be there, but now I am listening to the class. Are you getting that point, please? It is just like your computer. The computer simultaneously running too many programs. 100 programs are running, but at this moment, this is the program I am dealing with. Same thing inside your mind. All programs are running. Sattva is running, Rajas is running, Tamas is running. But now I invoke. Now at this moment I am listening to you, I am talking to you, I am reading a book, I am reading a book. So what prevalent mood is there? Not dveshti. You do not resist anything. Or suppose chala jata hai, it all going away. Nivrittani na kankshati, or all the three one after another disappearing. Or any of the mood is changing. Na kankshati. It doesn't crave that this should continue. See what happens, please appreciate why people crave. Listen, why people crave. As long as you are with the relative gunas, sattva, rajas, tamas, please understand, sattva is more comfortable than the rajas or tamas. Tamas is more uncomfortable than the rajas. Or rajas is more uncomfortable than the tamas and the sattva. So the person wants to get out of one guna to be with the other. Either you want to be bright sattva or you want to be sleeping. Just like riches and poverty. Sometimes riches are more comfortable than poverty. Sometimes poverty is more comfortable than riches. A person who is happy with himself, as comfortable with riches, that comfortable with poverty. Are you getting that point, please? When a person is happy with himself, as comfortable with riches, that much acceptance of the poverty. So both are there. Are you getting that? Just like when you are living a life, a relative life, definitely living is more important than dying. Health is better than disease. But when you go into absolute, know yourself who you are, health is there, beautiful. Disease comes, what to do? That also is wonderful. But as long as you are stuck at the relative level, one is better than the other depending on circumstances. Sometimes riches is more better than the poverty. Sometimes poverty is better than the riches. So as long as you are not aware of yourself, one mood of the mind is better than the other mood of the mind. Sattva is better than the rajas. Rajas is better than the tamas. Or tamas is better than the rajas. Why? Who wants to involve in activity? Nice to sleep. Whereas when you are happy with yourself, sattva is wonderful, you know how to use it. Rajas also is wonderful, tamas also is wonderful. Everything is wonderful. Suppose that none of these things, that also is wonderful. Why? I am with myself. Previously, with either of the three, I was existing. If it is not there, I don't know what to do. There is emptiness. Now there is no emptiness if all the three are not there. And I am absolutely full with myself in spite of the three. Even the three are there is wonderful, not there also wonderful. And which mood I want, anything is fine because I can invoke any mood I like. All the three at your disposal. Are you getting that? Please remember, it is not that these moods keep coming by themselves. They can keep coming. You can also invoke. You can consciously, listen carefully. You can be, when you are conscious, one with yourself, when you are gunatita, you can be consciously invoke that sattva inside you. Why? Bright. How long? Hours together. Activities, of course it continues. You engage yourself in all activities if you like. You can make your mind active. And you want to be sleeping? No problem. Easy to sleep. Why? Just relax and fall back. Are you getting that point, please? All the three gunas becomes beautiful. So that no time you are affected by the presence of the guna or the absence of the guna. All the three are absolutely beautiful. Iti nadveshti sampravruttani na nivruttani kankshati. So this is gunatita. So gunatita is not the one who doesn't have the gunas. Gunatita means one who has all the three gunas but doesn't crave for the particular guna, nor he resist the presence of any guna. Such a person is gunatita. So what happens? What type of life he lives? We shall see it in the later on. Please read. Such a person, how will be his life? Will be naturally like this. Read the next verse. Udasina vadasina gunairyo na vichalyate guna vartanta ityeva yovatisthati nengate. We shall see it tomorrow. Say udasina vad asina gunairyo na vichalyate. Such a person, udasina vat asina. Udasina vat. Kasyati paksham na bhajate. Udasina means one who never takes a side. You don't take the side of a presence of a thought or the absence of a thought. Udasina. Kasyachit paksham na labhate. You don't take the sides. Thought is there. Do you want thought? It's okay. Not there? That's also okay. Udasina. Beautiful attitude. The presence or absence makes no difference whatsoever. Somebody praises you, wonderful. Hates you, fantastic. Why? Because you are so sure of yourself. When you see the Nirguna Parabrahma, what guna comes makes no difference to you. Udasina. We shall see tomorrow. Gunaihina vichalyate. It doesn't get perplexed, puzzled, affected by any guna. And guna vartantityeva avatisthati nengate. And he knows if there are any activities, gunas are active. If there is a particular mood, this guna has come, therefore na ingate. Doesn't get affected by anything. We shall see this more about it. Tomorrow we shall finish it up. This afternoon there is no class. We are going to work for Madras. So we will have no class now. Tomorrow we'll have close your eyes.